Head in front of the net.
What you are? CMCC, what you think?
Let's go. Yeah, we're a strong on family here. Like, I look at all my teammates as my brothers, and that's how we carry ourselves on and off the court.
You heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free. Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for the free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
So we'll save that for between innings.
One out here. That pitch driven to left, and that one's going to be a track meet as the left fielder Wilcox will track that one down. Ducharme scores. McWhinney scores. Hooker rounds third, and he will score. That'll go in as a 3-run homer for Keith Hooker, and the Mustangs take a 5-0 lead.
Have to find somewhere that you feel comfortable.
Having positive relationships and having people that you can connect with.
That's a big reason why I decided to come. They're going to treat you as family.
I didn't want to just be like lost in the crowd someplace. I wanted to make connections with people.
There's so many reasons why I chose CMCC.
Everybody here has your best interest at heart.
CM is such a close-knit college that they actually do care about you being successful.
When I went from high school to college, I was extremely nervous. Once I got here and realized what it was like, it's a lot of fun.
From the moment I started correspondence with CMCC, they were just always checking up on me. It clearly lined out for me what I needed to do to get here.
The college is really committed to making sure to stay on top of the latest technology.
The instructors here, they're so passionate about what they do.
There's a great student-teacher ratio. I wasn't just a number in the crowd.
They work really well on a one-on-one basis with the students to make sure you understand the material.
I didn't want to go into debt when I went to college.
I've saved thousands of dollars.
Campus is great.
Everything's right here, so it's easy.
I mean, it's a small campus, so they always have activities for us to do.
I've never been part of a team like this before.
You just come together on and off the court. That's what really pushes CM over the top of everybody else.
Anybody that steps foot on this campus won't want to go anywhere else.
It's a great place to go to get your start and to determine where you'd like to go in the future.
I can easily transfer credits to any college of my choice.
If you have a good foundation like Central Maine Community College gives you, you can really go anywhere with it.
My whole experience here has just been building up my confidence.
For me, this is my place. This is my home.
It's one of the greatest decisions I ever made.
When I walked through these doors, I was just blown away.
This is insane. It just caught my attention immediately.
This is the first place that I've seen like this decked out. It's pretty sweet.
This is a grand opening for our esports arena. We're talking 1,600 square feet of pure technology.
Like, I'm shaking being here. It's so cool.
There's nothing like it in Maine. We're ahead of the curve here.
It's definitely a big market, something you can make a living on.
I've always had an interest in esports.
So we're treating it like an extension of our athletic program. And then in addition to that, we're starting an esports management degree program.
It's just a different community for me to be a part of.
It really just helps me just be myself. It's just really fun.
This will bring students together. That's what's happening, and that's what esports is.
To me, it's beautiful, and I want to live here.
I practice, me and him, when we're matched up against each other, we just make each other better, and I love playing with that kid. He's one of the most unselfish players.
Breeze with Noel, and Noel won that. Hank into space. Lewin shoots. That's deflected and put toward goal. The flag stays down, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. I spent 2 years here. When I came in, Matt Biot had just got the head coaching job, and you know, he was really trying to turn the program around, and it was awesome to be able to see that grow throughout that 2 years that, you know, he was able to lay that foundation on, and you know, it was everything you could have asked for here. I mean, the school treats the players awesome, you know, and the facilities just amazing, top notch. So you know, I loved my time here. You know, recommend it to anyone, really. I mean, top-notch program. Yep.
Are you captain this year? We're here with Maddie Turcotte, the captain for the Mustangs this year. Quick preseason, Maddie, but you were around all summer to play some. I saw some of the ladies getting together here for the preseason, before preseason. Tell us a little bit about how things have been going, what you're looking for this year.
So this summer we've been doing captain's practices, and we've been in preseason for about 2 days now. We have a lot of chemistry off the field. I'm really excited to see how that translates on the field. I'm just really excited for all of us to gel together and put something to work. So.
Well, you had the advantage of being local, played your high school ball at EL in a really good program here, so you're local, so you can get the kids together, get them up, get them going and all that. And I noticed during the spring when we were down here doing baseball, softball, you were having some spring practices as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a small spring season. We're trying to get that starting up. We practiced for a couple of days a week, and then we had some games. We had a tournament, and I think that was really the kickoff of our preseason, before preseason. So we got to see a little bit of each other and a little bit of our potentials.
Well, when you talk about potential, new kids coming in, they have to get acclimated to the program. Coach was going back. He had somebody speak to you before the game here today about how it used to be here as compared to what you have here. You've got a beautiful facility here, and this program is growing.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very grateful for all of it. We have a good number of girls, and we're all here to work. We're all here to get better, better each other, better ourselves. And we really push each other to get our max effort out of each other. So,
well, thank you, Maddie. The captain here for your Mustangs this year. Probably be talking to Maddie a couple of times during the course of the year. Good luck, Maddie, with the game tonight and with the season coming up here. We're going to take a quick break. Rob Kennedy will join me, and we'll have the first kickoff here for the 2023 season. We come back after this.
Have you heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free. Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
Welcome back to Auburn. Rob Kennedy and Rob Munzing all set to go. It's the fall sports season, although it doesn't necessarily feel like fall today. A gorgeous night for soccer. As the Central Maine Community College Mustangs open up their season with a friendly today, visiting Maine Maritime Academy coming down from the North Atlantic Conference, the team from Castine. They played up in Castine last year, a Mariners victory 1-0, and Mustangs looking to level their all-time record against this Mariners team here today. Coach Rob Rodriguez has got some new players, obviously. Returning core as well. We just, of course, heard from the captain, Matty Turcotte. Looking for an up-tempo style against this Maine Maritime team. It's a team that he feels has a lot of upside when it comes to offense, Coach Rodriguez does, and he's looking to try to run and gun a little bit with this team. We'll see if they can put that on display tonight. Maine Maritime Academy is coached by Keenan Schaefer, 7-9-1 last season. They lost in the North Atlantic Conference semis to Husson, the top seed, 3-1, but they got to the semis after knocking off Maine Farmington 2-0 in the quarterfinals. New goalkeeper this year for Maine Maritime, Bess MacArthur, played the bulk of the games last year. Haven't seen who's starting yet for the Mariners, but it could be Lorelei Mason, who we've seen in Munzing Media before, former Gardner Tiger. Caitlin Shilby, who started a couple of games last year as well, could be in between the sticks for the Mariners too. We haven't seen the starting lineups in this friendly. Sometimes you don't get those in a friendly like you do in a regular season match. First regular season matchup for Central Maine Community College. They'll start with Fort Kent on Monday at noon. Thomas College, another friendly, is here tomorrow. Maine Maritime, they will open up in their schedule against SMCC on Friday. And then conference opener is Wednesday at home against Thomas College. So good warm-up for both of these sides and should be a fairly evenly contested game and a gorgeous night. 75 degrees, really no wind to speak of. Weather won't be a factor. It won't be on the turf anyway, but the wind won't be a factor. And I don't think the sun's going to bother the keepers all that much. If it does, it'll be the goal as you look at it down to our right. It's the only one that might be affected. Rob Munzing joining me right now, and again, couldn't ask for better weather.
No, absolutely. The package just went up for the whole season. Tomorrow night we'll be here, and also on Friday night. Friday looks a little dicey, and just want to let our Mustang fans know where, if you've seen any of us, you know where we are. We're out in the open here, no press box because the field configuration doesn't allow it. There's talk about trying to do something, but we can't set up if there's either rain or a threat of rain. So we continue to knock on wood. We've never been rained out here, Rob, in the last couple of years, so it's been good.
We've had close calls, but I never had to actually pull the broadcast, no. Friday is looking extremely dicey, as you said. I know some football teams have moved their Friday night last exhibition game, high school football teams, to Thursday night. I've seen that done a couple of times.
Yeah, you go Thursday or Saturday. Probably,
as well.
Thursday would be good because you'd like a lot of time to be able to get you're prepping for your first game. And normally, football and soccer, certainly, they're going to play in the rain here. There's, and unless because it's a friendly, there might be considerations there. But if it was a normal regular season game, you play right in the rain here on this turf. There'd be no issues at all. Andrew Severson joining us again on camera this year. Good to have Andy back. Had a great summer. Worked here up at 4 o'clock every morning here. So he was working hard all summer here at the college. And Joe Nelson joining us here as well this year. If you've followed Maine high school sports, you know Toby Nelson, recently retired coach at Foxcroft Academy, the basketball program. Talked to Toby just recently, Rob, and we got ready to do the Lobster Bowl. Of course, we went up, did our media day up there, and Toby just a great guy up there at Foxcroft Academy. So good to have Joe.
Professional wrestling referee extraordinaire as well.
Exactly. He and Joe doing a lot of stuff with the wrestling. Joe looks like he's doing the clock tonight, and Andrew on the camera here from the turf field complex here at Central Maine Community College. And welcome back, Rob Kennedy, the voice of Mustangs soccer.
Emma Knowles is heading down to our right. She'll be the starting keeper tonight for the Mustangs, a sophomore from Manchester, played at Kents Hill. 5 games last year. Started 3 of them, split time and goal with Emma Johnson and Allie Anir. The last 2 have moved on.
Andrew, go ahead and zoom in, make sure we're focused on the tight shot.
Keenan Schaefer talking to his Mariners one last time. We'll see who comes out and takes the position in goal. And I don't want the starting lineups to list down everybody, but I will call it as many names as I can in the first couple of minutes, let you know who's on the field. And I think they're going with open substitution in this contest as well, not the NCAA rules. And a friendly like this, usually the coaches just like to try a lot of different combinations, and it's really kind of all about experimenting and trying some things with no real risk at all.
And we come out and do these games so that we can get a couple of games under our belt, make sure everything's up and working, and so far so good. We're out in the wild out here, and want to thank everybody helping us out here, the support staff here at Central Maine Community College. Dave Gagne is the best to work with. And put together that little video you saw running before the game. I'm going to run that before every game this year. And I think what I'll do also, Rob, is maybe put in a clock on that to let folks know when we will come on live after that. So I think that's an addition that Dave and I had a nice meeting and talked some things through and trying to promote the college and all the great things that they have going on. They've continued the free tuition for 2 more years here. So if you're looking at getting a college start, this is where you want to be, Central Maine Community College.
2023 season is underway as Kira Magana, the leading scorer on this Mariners team last year, boots it downfield. She had 6 goals. Lorelei Mason is in between the sticks for the Mariners. 5 games last year, had 1 start. Expect to possibly see Caitlin Shilby in the second half for the Mariners, and potentially Parker Hill for Central Maine Community College as well.
So Calvin Mason did a lot of work, and her brother, for us a couple of years ago as a student down here.
That's Kate Bluen. She's dispossessed. Scalaro. Sofia Hernandez to the edge of the area. Broken up nicely. Well defended by Emily Dillman. She was ever present in the middle of that defense last year for the Mustangs. Knocked out wide, McKenna McNutt. McNutt couldn't keep it in play. It's a goal kick for the Mustangs. I mentioned the pregame. These teams have only played 1 time. It was last year, the 1-0 victory for Maine Maritime up in Castine. About 2.5-hour drive from Central Maine Community College campus. A late night for these teams. Of course, the men's teams play right after this, so probably be back on the bus around 10 or 10:15 and back to campus a little after midnight. McNutt again at the edge of the area. Kind of scuffed the pass a bit. Audrey Dillman boots it outside. Emily Dillman. Emily Dillman taken down. The foul called against Scalaro, and it's a free kick for Central Maine, the first whistle of the game. Audrey Dillman looking downfield, taking the free kick. Central Maine 4-6-2 last year. Lost in the play-in game. Here's Kate Bluen. It's broken up well by Scalaro. Taylor Webster. Webster running outside. Lydia Lancina couldn't keep that. It's out into touch and a throw-in for Central Maine, Madison Turcotte.
Well, we need the preseason too, Rob, by doing the scoring because I had the clock counting up.
Well, you know, if this was a European game, you'd be absolutely right.
I looked at it, well, whoa.
We'd have to figure out stoppage time and all sorts of other things if we were counting up in a European matchup. We wouldn't have to figure it out, but the official would out in the field. Foul called against Central Maine. Abby Wong puts us back in play. Mason, the keeper, under a little duress and gave it away. Natalie Tracy just pounced on that, and it's 1-0 Mustangs out of nowhere. It's a little too nonchalant play at the back end for the Mariners, and it results in a goal in the 3rd minute. Tracy had a couple of goals last year and an assist. The sophomore played her high school soccer at Messalonski. It only takes under 3 minutes to get on the scoreboard here in the new season. Friendly or non-friendly, Always great to score early. Hernandez. Played ahead. That's Chloe Dean shielding the ball. She'll let that go out of play, and it's a goal kick for Central Maine.
Well, that caught me by surprise, Rob. I hadn't
Caught everyone by surprise.
I had replay ready, but I didn't jump on it fast enough. It didn't. Usually, you can anticipate a scoring opportunity. So,
there's usually a lot more development and build-up to scoring chances. That one was just opportunistic play by Natalie Tracy. Throw in this time now for the Mariners. That's Abby Wong. Mariners attacking now. The shot from distance. So one hopper, no problem for Emma Knowles. Emily Dillman, 2 Mariners there. Scalaro down that right wing side. Dillman's watching her. Support coming from Lillian Ash. They played it ahead instead. Magana. That's a good ball. Rattling around the area. And there's Knowles to pounce on that and snuff out the first dangerous moment in the area for the Mustangs. Scalaro bounces that high. Chested down. Bethany Ives. Not her first time on Munson Media. She's a freshman who played for Mark Tinkham and Guy Cousins at Halldale High School. That's played through now. Tracy, who has the goal, works it out wide. Lexi Finn. And the first corner of the game goes to the Mustangs.
We will once again have high school soccer action. Gardner and Halldale soccer action this fall. 8 games, I believe, in the regular season we're going to do for those 2 schools. Gardner boys soccer has come on the last couple of years.
Certainly have. Natalie Tracy. An out-swinging corner right to the edge of the area. Madison Drew couldn't pick it out of the air. Turcotte. Played out into touch. A throw from Maine Maritime. Isabel Tessing, number 25. Played that forward. Magana tried to turn around the ball, but it was bouncing away from her. Mariners will stay in possession, though. It's their throw. Webster. By Magana on that left flank. Again, she's been the dangerous player scoring-wise for Maine Maritime. Played into the area. And again, Knowles with no problem in that shot from distance. And a speculative feed into the area, no one there in blue on the other end. Emily Dillman with some speed, playing that down the right flank, but just out of the reach of Kate Bluen. Left flank, I should say, as the Mustangs look at it. Scalaro. Leanna Ash. Great hustle by Kate Bluen.
One of the changes we made this year, Rob, is to move the benches back for us, so we got a good view down the sidelines both ways now. That we used to get blocked on those,
we did.
Remember.
Especially when the players are standing as they are now, both ways. Some room for McNutt over here in the right wing. Plenty of space, in fact, as she looks in the area. Play that back into Sofia Hernandez. Well defended. That was Audrey Dillman that time. McNutt had it stolen away. It's back to Ives again. Hernandez from Maine Maritime. Nice step into the area. Magana trying to free herself up from space, and she's won a corner from Maine Maritime. It'll be there first. Just that quick flash into the area shows you how dangerous she is.
I want to thank Maddie Turcotte, the captain, for coming on with us. We try to get a player interview before every single game.
Abby Wong, I think, going over to take this corner. She is, number 7. 5 targets in and around the area to aim for.
Breeze in her face a little bit.
Webster's come over in case Wong wants to play it short. Into the area. Bobbles around in there, look out! And that's cleared wide. Dillman, I think, got the foot on that to knock that out of play, not taking any chances. Maya Royce also there. This time they do play it short to Taylor Webster. And just outside the area, played ahead. This will roll out of play for a goal kick. In the 9th minute, Natalie Tracy scored off a defensive miscue in the 3rd, putting the Mustangs up 1-0. If you're just joining us, they need to work on in preseason. Well, Tracy has to work on her hustle. She does that all the time. Just a back pass to the keeper resulted in disaster for the Mariners. Magana. Oh, played very well in a battle of 10s, won by Dillman. Now Kate Lewin trying to work inside on Scalaro. Dillman and Magana renewing acquaintances. Here's Chloe Dean. Lydia Lancina got there a little late. They'll call the foul on her, and it's a free kick for the Mustangs. Pretty good crowd here making some noise for a preseason friendly.
Well, a lot of the athletes are in early.
Right.
The rest of the students will show up over the weekend.
Webster brought that down from Maine Maritime. Magana. Now play over to this near side. Hazel Stoddard's about to check in. You saw her a second ago. The first sub of the game. And now, Mustangs on the attack. Here's Tracy who's got the goal. Lewin into the area. Can she set the shot up? She does. A little bit of pressure from Bethany Ives. Didn't give her as much time. Maybe didn't get the shot she wanted. So Mason with a save in the end. Now the Mariners, only the midfield stripe, that's it. Madison Turcotte there. He's won a throw for Central Maine. Tracy tried to bring that down. Too many Mariners there. But now Central Maine on the attack once again. Tracy wheeling through everybody. How'd she get through? Lexi Finn sliding to try to keep it in, couldn't quite do so. Here comes Hazel Stoddard. Couple of goals last year for her to go with a couple of assists. And she'll take McKenna McNutt's spot. Mustang trying to put some pressure as the Mariners working back up the pitch.
We're going to sync our clock up with a little bit fast.
Magana right at that midfield stripe, played up over the top. This is trouble. Hazel Stoddard just on the pitch. Here's Stoddard, a shot. Oh, it's saved by Knowles. Stoddard kind of shaking her head a little bit. The left-footed shot. I think she wanted to bring that more far side. Now going near post, and Knowles held on to it.
Yeah,
good opportunity, though.
Yeah, Knowles equaled the task. She was a little deep in net, so it looked like that far side might have been open.
Great ball by Magana to set Stoddard up. Lakin Hink does some yeoman's work to take that away. Ives will play it back to the keeper. Mason wasting no time getting rid of it this time. There's Turcotte again. Captain trying to walk the tightrope over there on the sideline. Bounces past Ives. Square ball taken down by Royce, right in the chest. Lexi Finn had her hands all over Scalaro. It's a free kick to Maine Maritime. Isabel Tessing will get us back in open play. Number 25 in blue and yellow. Ash. Hernandez. There's Stoddard, who had that great chance earlier. Into the area again and too close to Knowles.
Well started, just came in, but she's been active.
Very much so.
Want to welcome Maine Maritime fans watching. Coach came over. We gave him the link, told him everybody to go to Central Maine Athletics Facebook page. So we welcome them in.
Natalie Tracy. She's got good speed. Putting that on display right now. Gonna play that over the top. Lakin Hink. Can she get to it? She does! 2-0! Tracy finds Hink, the junior from Sockabee Valley, scores. And it's 2-0 Mustangs.
Come on, Blue, let's respond.
So Natalie Tracy, the sophomore, has been in a couple of goals, scored the first one, and sets up the second.
Here it is, Rob.
And really, I think the impressive thing here, well, both the shot and the pass, but I like to focus on those passes.
Beautiful setup.
And Mason kind of left alone back there. The only question was whether Hink would get the ball in time, and she did.
Back live.
Sarah Labby's checked in for the first time, the freshman from Biddeford. She's wearing number 13 out there. Played ahead, Lakin Hink.
You know, Rob, you said the Mustangs were looking a little more run and gun this year, and you can see the quickness they have, Rob, already in this game.
Here's Sir Royce. That'll lead to the side netting. Thinking the exact same thing right before you said it. You talk about how Coach Rob Rodriguez wants an up-tempo game, wants to put some offense on display, and so far, not even 15 minutes in, a couple of goals. Against a team from the North Atlantic Conference, Maine Maritime Academy.
Yeah, playoff team last year, as you said.
Semifinals.
Semifinals against a very strong Husson team is always very good. And all athletics.
And we got to see Husson last year. I saw them a couple of times, too. They played Bates, and very, very powerful team. Lancina right down that touch line, but it's intercepted. Turcotte. Her pass was cut out by Scalaro. Here's Magana. That's a nice ball. Taylor Webster. Here's Turcotte right there with her. Webster forced back. Played square to Magana. She draws a crowd right away. Chipped into the area, nice ball. Here's a chance, and it's popped over the bar, a bouncer. But there's Hazel Stoddard again. She and Magana have been a dangerous duo. Haven't found the back of the net yet, but they have been threatening.
Well, there'll be some changes in the league this year in the YSCC as University of Maine Augusta fielding men's and women's soccer teams again. They'd had teams for a number of years, and probably been about 10 years, I think.
Yeah, it has been about a decade.
Yeah.
Hink played through, flag stays down. Natalie Tracy's onside. Tracy in, here's 3. Natalie Tracy, take a bow. The game's not even 16 minutes old. She's scored twice and set up a third.
Here's that speed that we've been talking about.
And the flag stayed down, just getting behind the defense. A left-footed shot, placed perfectly. With a little head fake to get Mason to go to the left side. The shot went right. And you feel for the keeper in a situation like that when your last line of defense just kind of marooned back there. Hazel Stoddard with a crunching tackle. It's a throw-in for Central Maine. Not the way the Mariners imagined this game to start. You can tell they're fired up. Who can blame them? Still a lot of time left, though. They're not out of this contest, despite the torrid start for Central Maine.
What you figure, 2.5 hour bus drive over here?
2.5 hours.
Because they're not in school yet either. They're...
Magana played that out wide. Lancina. Hard to get by Maddie Turcotte. And Lancina's finding that out. Turcotte wins another defensive battle.
Yeah, Maddie's really tenacious, Rob. You can see that. And well-spoken young lady. Saw that in the interview that we did in the pregame.
A throw in on that far side for the Mustangs.
Sophia, drop to an outside mid. Keep dropping.
Scalaro, a strong tackle. Nowhere to go with that ball, but out into touch. A throw in for Central Maine.
Mind our fans, our clock unofficial. We try to sync it up every now and again. Where I don't always stop it on goals because I'm trying to make a replay.
Bethany Ives with a steal, trying to play the through ball. Is something brewing here. It's Magana. Just bounced off her back foot, but she was bowled over. And a free kick in a dangerous position. Audrey Dillman committing the foul. Going over to Magana after that and kind of shaking hands. Not intentional, but a great chance for the Mariners to get on the board via set piece here. A little over 20 yards away from goal straight away. I would expect Magana is likely to take it. In fact, she's the only one standing near the ball. There's the shot. Just off the bar. Was it in? It was. Kira Magana, 6 goals last year, the team leader, putting the Mariners on the board. The goal in the 19th minute. So we've had goals fast and furious here. Not even 20 minutes into the contest, we've had 4 of them.
Here it is.
And you'll see it. No chance at all for Emma Knowles on this one. Just off the underside of the bar, kissed down and just over the goal line.
That's a tough call.
But not much protest.
So that was beautifully located.
Yeah, he couldn't have placed that shot better than she did. And the edge of the 18, a crowd of Mariners trying to keep that away from Natalie Tracy, and so far they've succeeded. Lancina. Magana. Again playing long. She wants Hazel Stoddard. Stoddard in a foot race with Chloe Dean. Stoddard gets through. Support from Sofia Hernandez. And there's Turcotte again. Minute 20 here in Auburn. 4 goals already. Didn't see that coming, did you, Rob?
Wow. Well, I hope this will be a harbinger of things to come because this is certainly exciting play. And when we talked to Coach, he said, hey, we want to be road runners this year, and they have. They ran out to a 3-0. Now 3-1.
Abby Wong on the corner.
Getting my replay skills in mid-season form on these goals.
A lot of work here early. Wong, the in-swinger. Bounces into the area. Ives popped it high. Magana tried the volley and just didn't get the contact on that. She was there for a moment, had a bit of daylight. So Ives made a nice play to put the ball in her direction. Emily Dillman showed a bit too much of that to Hernandez. Here's Magana now. This might be trouble. Hernandez, plenty of space on the right side. Sofia Hernandez. Picked up by Knowles. Sarah Labby. Her debut for the Mustangs. Labby battling a fellow freshman Ives. Great step by Liliana Ash. Take that away from Labby. Now it's Maya Soroyce. Soroyce looking for options. Again stolen by Ash. 2 good defensive plays by number 17 out there in blue. Sofia Hernandez. Magana. Going to be a free kick for Central Maine. Magana called for the foul on Audrey Dillman.
Andrew Sevenson on a game camera. Joe Nelson running the game clock here as Joe wasn't here long before Dave Gagne got him right into league action.
About to be introduced to Nana and Timbe Barimas.
Yeah.
About to come in, number 8.
Joe's going to be joining us this year. Glad to have him along.
Nice. Blast that away. Magana heads that back. Magana. Dillman's trying to shield her off. And does. And allows some help from the defense to get back. That looked like trouble for a moment. And no problem at all for Knowles. Tracy blazing down that right sideline. And the player of the match so far, no doubt. This is a great move by Tracy. Defended well by Maine Maritime.
And we will once again this year, Rob, that reminds me, we'll have the Edge Nutrition play of the game.
If the game ended right now, it would be an easy choice.
Coach Ryan Palmer's family business. He and his wife running that Edge Nutrition.
Scalaro. Forced back. Still in possession, though. Ball stolen away. Maddie Turcotte once again. Now it's Finn. Lexi Finn. Couldn't keep that in play. It's a throw in for Maine Maritime. Maine Maritime scoring in the 16th minute, or 19th minute, to answer back 3 opening goals for Central Maine. I'll tell you about those in a moment. Hernandez. Dillman saved that for a moment, but here's Magana again in the area for a shot off the upright. Here's the rebound. Fired just wide. Said there was plenty of time left for Maine Maritime, and they have really upped the ante in the last 10 minutes or so.
Inches away.
You can't get much closer than Kieran Magana just did. We saw her score on a free kick. And almost got the second one. Natalie Tracy scored twice. Sandwiching a Lake and Hink goal. Tracy in the 3rd and 16th, Hink in the 14th.
We'll take a look at that opportunity next dead ball, which is right now, Rob.
And you'll see how close this was for Kieran Magana. She had the keeper Knowles beaten. Now the inch to the left is a 3-2 match. Scalaro shielding the ball off, forced back by Maya Sorois. Ash down the touchline. Leanna Ash crunched into Lake and Hink to knock that ball away. Mariners had it for a moment. And Tim Barima was fouled. They called that against Hernandez, a free kick for the Mustangs. Emily Dillman. Got that the other way, excuse me, that was on. And Tim Barima. Lexi Finn. Turcotte. That's off Stoddard's foot. A throw in for Central Maine.
That's up and over the fence. Going to be a tough one to get that one. It's rolling down to the pumping station.
I'm not sure there's a path there for Dave Gagne's golf cart to go get that either.
I'll pick it up on the way out. Which will be about 10:30, I think, by the time I get out of here
about
tonight.
that or so.
Going to have an 8 o'clock men's game.
I'm not working tomorrow, so I don't mind.
2 separate games coming up here. We'll shut this one down, come up with the men's game as well.
Long gets us back underway. Lancina. Stoddard. That's out for a corner. Second corner for the Mariners. Jakea Aiken in now for Maine Maritime. Ella Bose checking in. And Megan Dorr.
We got to wonder about stamina a little bit, Rob. The kids have only been 2 days of preseason, multiple practices per day. Well, there was Maddie Turcott told you. Kids played all summer, a lot of them. A lot of kids local to the area are able to get together and have captain practices.
It doesn't take these athletes long to get into
No,
game shape,
no.
but just a lot of things like timing, and it's not cool out there tonight. Not blazing hot either, but sun and turf, it'll add up.
Sure, and I don't care what the sport is, Rob. Game speed is different from
Absolutely.
practice speed for sure.
Madison Valentine coming in for the first time for the Mustangs, a freshman from Minot Maid, played for the Poland Regional Knights in high school. She'll take her spot at the right fullback position. Turcott, they give her space up that left side, but stolen away. Wong continuing that run. Played out wide, Aiken just in. That's a goal kick now for Central Maine.
So we'll hear from our fine sponsors. Play some of the great programs here at Central Maine Community College at halftime, as well as review the goals. Missed the first one. Didn't get to replay in the first one. But
that one happened so fast. They just joined us. It was a back pass to Maine Maritime keeper Lorelei Mason, and she was shocked to see Natalie Tracy bearing down as quickly as she did. Tracy stole it and scored. That's part of what preseason's all about, too, is kind of working out some of those kinks.
Well, that's why you want to play these games. As you said, the Maine Maritime are going to that tough North Atlantic Conference. Thomas, who we'll see the next 2 nights.
And they have Thomas for their home opener. Actually, it's a conference opener. They host SMCC on Friday and then Maine Fort Kent on Sunday. Conference openers against Thomas on Wednesday. Yeah, we see the Terriers tomorrow night, as we did last year right here.
Yeah, it's a good in-state rivalry that's been developed with those 2 schools, very close by. Maine speaking.
Right. Anything under an hour is close by in the Pine Tree State.
That's exactly right. I grew up playing ball in Massachusetts, Danvers High School. We had to go to Amesbury for our longest trip, and we used to moan and groan about going 20 miles.
Yes.
Oh, my God, we got to go to Amesbury or Newburyport. Oh, my God, you thought we were going to the other side of the moon.
He's even Melrose with 15 minutes. Lagana, who has the goal for Maine Maritime. Played out wide. Sofia Hernandez on the run. Probably won't get there, though. At least not in front of Turcott. And she'll concede the throw.
One of our super fans, Gail Roberts, in the house. Hello, Gail. Watches a lot of our games. Great Mustang fan. She was a little late, so she's going to have to run some laps, I think.
Knowles with a 2-hopper. That was out behind the goal line for a goal kick is Madison Eastman. Coming in, the Sockabee Valley Hawk. Sarah Labby came in, played about 15 minutes, checking back out. Lagana headed that down. Tillman, that's Audrey Dillman that time. Megan Dorr. Dillman again, a great play. Going to specify because 2 out there, Emily and Audrey. That was Audrey, number 10, Emily wearing number 5, both back there on the Mustangs' defense.
Well, Oak Hill, aren't they, Rob? Is that where they played? High school ball?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Both from Wales, Maine.
Mustangs have had a nice connection down there to Oak Hill High School.
Several Oak Hill Raiders on this team. Magana, look out! You don't want to leave her by herself, not from about 6 feet. And Kira Magana scored the last 2 and has brought Maine Maritime back from 3-0 to 3-2. Goal in the 31st minute. It's a loose ball in the area. That's the wrong player if you're a defender that you want to have the ball on her foot. The leading scorer last season for the Mariners has them both today. You just kind of watch the ball fed into the area. And Magana, yeah, not going to miss there. Just switched to her left foot, and that gave her plenty of space to near post Emma Knowles, who really didn't have much of an opportunity. Well, game on here in Auburn. Looked like it might be fairly one-sided after 16 minutes after Central Maine scored the first 3 in rapid succession. We said at the time, a lot of time left.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, you said that immediately, Robin. You're absolutely right.
There's Magana again. Good battle with Lexi Finn. Magana called for the foul. It's a free kick for Central Maine. Speaking of Oak Hill, there's Lexi Finn. All-conference player for that Raiders team. Finn looking into the area. Didn't have the distance on the free kick. Easily defended. Magana played it out wide. Dorr launched that ahead only as far as Madison Valentine, number 19, the freshman. Here's Turcotte. Not sure if she'll come out of this game today, even in a friendly. Didn't see her rest too much last year. Now Jakaya Aiken. Taylor Webster. Trying to play that to him. Magana again. And Timby Barima played that forward. There's Magana one more time. She's all over the ball. Now played ahead. Look out. Taylor Webster trying to run onto this. Defended by Turcotte for Central Maine. Back to the 18. Played into the area. Cleared, bounced just wide. That was Magana with a brave play and almost had a goal just by hustle.
Well, the better of the offensive opportunities have been the Mariners since the 3-0 lead.
They've definitely tightened up the back as they were exploited in the last couple of goals. The Hank goal and the second Tracy goal were both ones where the Mustangs played over the top or played through.
That's exactly why you want to play these games.
Looks like Keenan Schaefer made an adjustment because those opportunities have not been there. And they have forced the issue since. Emma White. White in that right foot, meeting Turcotte. White shielding the ball. Isabel Tessing coming in now, number 25. She'll take Lorelei Mason's spot in goal. So Tessing taking over between the sticks for at least the next 10 minutes. Now the Mariners on the attack again. The flag was up on the near side. Can't see through the, it was, I can see it now. Just through the players on the Maine Maritime bench. The Mariners were offside. In the 35th minute here. 5 goals in the first half. If you're just joining us right now, I'm sorry. Because you missed some fun. 3 goals for Maine Maritime, or 2 goals for Maine Maritime to answer the 3 opening tallies for Central Maine. We have ourselves a contest here in Auburn. Here's Turcotte again. They give her space. She'll keep it herself for the time being. Brought down by Hink, who's got a goal. Eastman. A little space over here on the left side. Showed too much of the ball to Stoddard, though. Stoddard took that away and then was fouled as Eastman couldn't put the brakes on in time.
Eastman, big smile on her face. Said, "Ooh, sorry about that."
And Stoddard was playing up front, moved back on defense, and she's been just as quality in the back end as she was up front. A couple of very good chances. Valentine tried to play that with a back heel. There's Ntimbe Barima again. Lakin Hink arrives on the scene to steal it away from Ella Bose. Hink almost was able to get by Stoddard, who got a toe on that, conceded the throw. Valentine. Ntimbe Barima. Stolen away by Magana. Magana, and that go off her shin. She was slowed down a bit by Valentine. I got a foot on that. That's a Central Maine throw as well. We'll do it again. Piper Baumgarten's waiting a while to get in. Number 12 for Maine Maritime. Just to wait till her team's got a throw. Might come right now. And it will. So Baumgarten coming in for Sophia Hernandez. Substitution for Maine Maritime. Ella Bose on the throw. Ntimbe Barima wins her team the ball back. That was last touch by Magana. 38th minute. 5 goals in the first 31 minutes of this contest. Sierra Hoops with a good defensive play. A little contact there on Lakin Hink. Play continues. And Maritime trying to switch the field, but Kate blew in too fast. Now played down the left wing. To the middle of the field. No one really there in either team. Lexi Finn came to claim it. Now Magana again. Finn trying to catch up. Magana still in possession. A wide ball to Megan Dorr. Dorr back into the area. There's Lexi Finn on the other end of that for Central Maine. She'll clear it away. Hink. Ella Bose right there to defend her. Eastman. Hink again. Bose got the foot in there. Eastman ahead. There's Stoddard. Stoddard took the worst of that as Lakin Hink comes over to help her up. I think they're going to yellow card Hink on this. And they will for that challenge. So the first card of the game goes to Lakin Hink. So she's been cautioned in the 39th minute. Maya Soroyce in, and Maddie Drew sneaking in as well.
And got a good look at that right in front of us. Thought I had a replay, but I didn't.
Well, I just so happened it was right in front of the camera position too, so I just caught the end of it. That's need high by Audrey Dillman. Dillman in between a couple of Mariners and managed to clear it anyway. Lewin looking for options. Soroyce trying to use her speed, got by Bose. Soroyce into the area. Soroyce and with Olivia Pye, and Pye made the defensive play. It was Soroyce who touched it last, so it's a goal kick for Maine Maritime. They'll take it quickly. The 40th minute. Baumgarten. That's her first touch, Piper Baumgarten. Maine Maritime pushing forward. Emma White. White's got some space. Fed into the area. A battle of tens. Dillman and Magana. The shot. Tie game. Kira Magana has taken over this contest. She scores in the 40th minute. She's got the hat trick. And from 3-0 to 3-3, the Mariners have roared back. Well, that looked dangerous when Emma White had space out in that left flank, and you knew Magana was lurking inside the area. If she could just find her. And you'll see her do that right here. Magana spinning past Dillman. Here's the finish. Boom. Very impressive the way Maine Maritime kind of pulled themselves up off the canvas. Of course, they knew they had lots of time left, but they didn't panic, didn't hang their head, and have found their game here in the late stage of the first half.
That was an impressive finish because that ball elevated quickly from pretty close in quarters.
And Dillman had her marked fairly well. Didn't give Magana a lot of space. We talked about her in the pregame for a reason. Led the team in goals, as I mentioned, last year, and shows no sign of stopping. That's played through. Here's Bluen in. Can it be a fourth? It is! Kate Bluen restores the lead for Central Maine. Oh, this is fun. Just a minute after Magana's tied things up for Maine Maritime, Kate Bluen puts the Mustangs back on top.
Fantastic answer here by the Mustangs, Rob.
And again, they just found a seam in that defense to slide the ball through. Those incisive passes have worked today. Well, it had been a while since they had 3 goals in the first 16 minutes for Central Maine. Really didn't have much for chances since. But a great chance for Bluen. And she took full advantage.
A nice directional goal as it kind of rolled in.
In comes the Granite Stater, Aspen Stevens, from Dalton, New Hampshire. That profile high school up in the, in my opinion, most beautiful part of the state. In the White Mountains in Bethlehem. And Time Barima with a steal. Maine Maritime has it right back. Magana. How many goals does she have in her today? She's already got 3. Here's Natalie Tracy, who's got a couple. She's working on a hat trick. Tracy turning on the afterburners. Defended well by Olivia Pye. The 42nd minute, we've had plenty of action. I think if someone said the over-under on goals in the first half was 6.5, I would have bet the under. And I would have lost. Second corner of the game for Central Maine. Tracy's over there for a right-footed in-swinging corner. Valentine's creeping up. She wants to play it back to her, but I think she's going to try to poke this into the box. Good delivery by Tracy, but headed away by the Mariners. Aiken. Stolen by Valentine. Taken back by Magana. Magana stopped, but has it back again. That was played well by Valentine. Piper Baumgarten. Aiken. Tootin. No one in blue to pass to that time. Tried to force that in, and the Mustangs' defense held firm. There's Olivia Pye. Out comes Knoll. She'll scoop that up. That's over Bluen, who has the most recent of the 7 goals in this first half. Magana's got 3 of the 7. Trying to get by Nana and Time Barima. And Time Barima played her very well. Tracy. Again playing it over the top. Can Soroyce get on it? Not quite. Hazel Stoddard back there defensively. Emma White turning. Mustangs have defenders back. And Timbe Barima blocked that. Stevens. Bluen. And might get through, not quite. It bounced away from Natalie Tracy.
Piper, tuck in!
Lexi Finn on the left foot. Knocked down by Magana. Drew heads that high. Had to go back to play it. Valentine. Blasted forward, Megan Dorr again. The 16 in white, Madison Drew outraced Jakaya Aiken, the 16 in blue. Last 35 seconds of the half. Do we have another goal? Mariners hope so, as Dorr pushing the issue up that left flank, or right flank, excuse me. She got by Valentine. Great battle over there. Play to the edge of the area, nobody there in blue. Not on the Timberima. Lewin. That'll pretty much do it on the first half, which was anything but uneventful. 7 goals in 45 minutes, and the Mustangs lead Maine Maritime after a half, 4-3. And we'll step aside for a break. We've got a lot to show you here at our halftime. Coming back after this on Munzing Media.
Have you heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free. Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
With no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Same thing as always.
Catch the front of the net.
All those little things to make you what you are.
Zero, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Sit right here.
When I walked through these doors, I was just blown away.
This is insane. It just caught my attention immediately.
This is the first place that I've seen like this decked out. It's pretty sweet.
What's the grand opening for our esports arena? We're talking 1,600 square feet of pure technology.
Like, I'm shaking being here. It's so cool.
There's nothing like it in Maine. We're ahead of the curve here.
It's definitely a big market, something you can make a living on.
I've always had an interest in esports.
So we're treating it like an extension of our athletic program. And then in addition to that, we're starting an esports management degree program.
It's just a different community for me to be a part of.
It really just helps me just be myself. It's just really fun.
This will bring students together.
That's what's happening, and that's what esports is.
To me, it's beautiful, and I want to live here.
Forensics has grown so much, and it's very beneficial to the criminal justice system. I was always one of those kids that watched forensic files. That was something I loved. Just a science person all around, I always have been. The instructors are some of the top forensic experts in Maine. They really know what they're talking about. They've been there, done that. CMCC is very lucky to have people like this. I'm an intro to criminal justice and criminal law and report writing. It's a lot of the baseline of things I have to be knowledgeable about. I want to do crime scene photography. The forensic science program is preparing me to start thinking like what's important here, what do I need to look for like right off the bat. You never know what you're going to find.
Helping people is kind of ingrained into me. I am so glad that I chose to be here. It's a really great program.
Primary downs in the heart.
The instructors are super helpful.
They really do set you up to be successful in the field.
The new hospital simulation lab here at CMCC is a great addition.
It's as close to replicating real life as you can get.
We did an IV lab.
With a mannequin, it's nice to get your toes wet before you jump into a clinical setting.
Deep breath. CMCC is the best place to start nursing. It's challenging, but you are learning.
You have a smaller size classroom, smaller ratio to instructors.
It's affordable.
It really provided me relief that I'm not going to accrue a lot of debt.
I needed to set myself and my family up for success after.
I'm going to come out of this able to actually practice as an RN in the real field. It's a wonderful opportunity.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
It provides a great opportunity, just the fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that you typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. This kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. really good. Like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like USCA.
Fall 2023 sports season officially underway here at Central Maine Community College. And, well, if you're just joining us right now after one half of action of the women's game between Central Maine Community College and Maine Maritime Academy, you didn't miss anything except for 7 goals. We have 6 of them we can show you. The first one happened so quickly that it caught Rob Munzing off guard. In fact, caught me off guard as well, as the ball was played back by the defense of Maine Maritime to the keeper at the time, Lorelei Mason, who wasn't expecting Natalie Tracy to be at full sprint. And the sophomore from Central Maine Community College just picked the pocket of Mason and scored 1-0 3 minutes in. And, well, that kind of set the tone for the first part of that first half for Central Maine Community College. They weren't done, and we can show you the rest of the goals. Natalie. And they're off and rolling. Well, they weren't done. Just a couple of minutes later, Natalie Tracy is going to make it 3-0, her second goal of the game. She scored 2 goals last season. With an assist, she has that in the first half here tonight. And again, just that speed getting through. Really not much of a chance at all. And a great finish to the far post. Nice left foot. And Tracy makes it 3-0, and you thought, wow, this could get ugly fast. But we talked about Kira Magana quite a bit in the pregame from Maine Maritime, as she was the leading scorer last year with 6 goals, and she took over the game in this first half, starting in the 19th minute. And we'll see the first Maine Maritime goal right here. Again, Magana, a free kick. No one stops this. Watch. As doinks off the underside of the bar, landed down behind. The spin took it back out. Nothing Emma Knowles could do about that at all. 3-1. And that gave the Mariners a boost as they came right back. It was Magana once again, her second goal of the game, to make it 3-2. This is the 31st minute. And she's someone you just can't give space to in the area, and you kind of had a bad feeling once the ball gets on her foot right here. She's about 6 yards out, and another sneaky shot just inside that far post. 3-2. Maine Maritime controlling play, and they got the equalizer. Who else? Kira Magana once again. Same type of thing, too. You give her too much space in the area. This is a beautiful pass that sets her up. But watch how she turns around Audrey Dillman as well. So a little bit of contact there. Switch to the right foot this time, and a riser over the outstretched gloves of Emma Knowles. 3-3, and all of a sudden you start to get the feeling that maybe this will be Maine Maritime's half. Kate Bluen had other ideas, and the one thing that Central Maine Community College has been able to do a lot of the afternoon, really in the first part of this game, and then right here, was to use the long through ball and use the speed and find a hole in that back line for the Mariners. And this time it's Kate Bluen. Sent through, scoring. 4-3, that's the 41st minute, and that's the way it ends at halftime. You sort of wonder what's the second half got for an encore. And we'll find out momentarily as we come back to you here in Auburn for the second half of our doubleheader here today. Second half of the first game of our doubleheader, I should say, to be clear. Men's game coming up, but this women's game is a barn burner. 4-3, Central Maine Community College over Maine Maritime at the half on Munzing Media.
As always, attack the front of the net.
All those little things to make you what you are.
Zero, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Let's go.
1, 2. Yeah, we're strong on family here. Like, I look at all my teammates as my brothers, and that's how we carry ourselves on and off the court.
You heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
So we'll save that for between innings.
One out here. That pitch driven to left, and that one's going to be a track meet as the left fielder Wilcox will track that one down. Ducharme scores. McWhinney scores. Hooker rounds third, and he will score. That'll go in as a 3-run homer for Keith Hooker, and the Mustangs take a 5-0 lead.
Have to find somewhere that you feel comfortable.
Having positive relationships and having people that you can connect with.
That's a big reason why I decided to come. They're going to treat you as family.
I didn't want to just be like lost in the crowd someplace. I wanted to make connections with people.
There's so many reasons why I chose CMCC.
Everybody here has your best interest at heart.
CM is such a close-knit college that they actually do care about you being successful.
When I went from high school to college, I was extremely nervous. Once I got here and realized what it was like, it's a lot of fun.
From the moment I started correspondence with CMCC, they were just always checking up on me. It clearly lined out for me what I needed to do to get here.
The college is really committed to making sure to stay on top of the latest technology.
The instructors here, they're so passionate about what they do.
There's a great student-teacher ratio. I wasn't just a number in the crowd.
They work really well on a one-on-one basis with the students to make sure you understand the material.
I didn't want to go into debt when I went to college.
I've saved thousands of dollars.
Campus is great.
Everything's right here, so it's easy.
I mean, it's a small campus, so they always have activities for us to do.
I've never been part of a team like this before.
You just come together on and off the court. That's what really pushes CM over the top of everybody else.
Anybody that steps foot on this campus won't want to go anywhere else.
It's a great place to go to get your start and to determine where you'd like to go in the future.
I can easily transfer credits to any college of my choice.
If you have a good foundation like Central Maine Community College gives you, you can really go anywhere with it.
My whole experience here has just been building up my confidence.
For me, this is my place. This is my home.
It's one of the greatest decisions I ever made.
Rob Kennedy, Rob Munzing back here with you in Auburn, set for the second half. And hard to imagine it tops the first half, but you never know. Goalkeeper switch for Central Maine. Ava Simpson coming in, the Lewiston Blue Devil grad. Isabel Tessing still in between the sticks for Maine Maritime. She took over for Lauralee Mason about halfway through the first half.
Expected for the coaches to give both their keepers some work here in this friendly. And I want to thank Dave Gagne putting together that video that you saw us run at the lead up here to the second half. We've got about a 15-minute montage of type video that Dave's got put together. We'll run that during the pregame and when we have breaks at halftime.
Well, Dave said about almost 20 years ago now when I was talking to him that he wanted to make the production here at Central Maine Community College be at the Division I level, and he's certainly working his way toward that.
Up higher, up against Piper. Yep.
Maine Maritime in blue, they're attacking from right to left. Emma White getting us back in play, and she'll get to do that again as that's off Sir Royce.
Yeah, once again this year we'll be bringing you everything, every contest competed for, either on this turf field, at the hockey rink inside Kirk Hall. More volleyball this year, which is great. I think we have 5 home matches for volleyball this year.
Have you counted? I probably can't count yet because the spring sports and some of the winter sports probably schedules aren't out yet, but it's going to be a lot of games.
Be close to 100 again.
I would think so.
Yeah, we do about 100 every year.
Natalie Tracy, 2 goals and an assist already. That's chested down by Emma White. McNutt. Now it's Baumgarten. Play that in the middle. Did get through. She was looking for Jakaya Aiken.
Seen some of the long shadows coming out on the field. Be a beautiful night. Once they turn these lights on, it's beautiful here under the beautiful lights here at the turf complex.
Okay, Bluen, I think, expecting that she was going to get some support over there on that left wing and played it into space, but no one was home.
with the summer we've had, you get a day like this, kids ought to be just saying, let's just keep playing. It's been beautiful.
That the fall season, I should say, it's
we're due.
Such a dynamic difference between the early season and late season.
Oh,
we'll
sure.
be bundled up here for playoff games, hopefully. We've had those the last few years here in the past. Kate Bluen. A goal already to her name. Tracy. This could be trouble. Oh, well defended. And again, that's Stoddard back there, who was moved back from the front line and has been very good defensively. Nikki Salvadori, number 23, getting her first action. She's got the ball on her feet right now. Played out wide. Lexi Finn trying to run this down, and we'll play that out, I think, for a throw. Now across the line, it's a goal kick. No, we're already past the point where we had a goal. Almost past the point where we had a goal in the first half. Wouldn't be surprised if we have very few goals in the second half, just because that's the way these games sometimes go. You have an offensive explosion, you think you're on your way to 6-5, then all of a sudden, chances dry up. But we'll see. That was cleared away again. It was Stoddard, and she had to do that too, as Natalie Tracy was right there and would have been in all alone. That's bounced off McKenna McNutt. Maddie Cherkov, the captain we talked to before this game. From Edward Little Red Eddy. Beautiful new facility at Edward Little for their football, soccer, and field hockey teams in the fall.
Yeah, I can't wait to go over there, do a game. We'll do the Gardner football game against the Red Eddies. I think it's week 4, maybe.
Quite a difference from Walton Field, huh?
Oh, wow, although that had a
that classic
nostalgia there. Some of the great Edward Little teams over the years, back in the Doc Herson days.
I think they said they're still going to use it for middle school and youth football, which, if that's the case, I hope it is. Lexi Finn rolled in and collected by Tessing, the Maine Maritime keeper.
Edward Little baseball had quite a run last spring, and they were using this facility over here. Dave had them over here for practice and for games, as the spring was very wet, as all of you know.
Northern Maine champs. Ran into South Portland at the end of things. Great baseball program they have down there with the Red Riots. Boy, Stoddard's been a wall defensively for Maine Maritime since she was moved back there.
Yeah, that was an early coaching decision there to firm things up, and only 1 goal since she went back there.
Bose. Emma White. White trying to go near that touch line. McNutt now with it. Back to White again. Something on here perhaps for the Mariners. Oh, it's played right back. Here's an opportunity perhaps. That's the wrong person to give it to, Magana. Oh, Magana, excuse me. Said right all game, and I mess it up for the first time starting out the second half.
Well, she's given you a lot of practice tonight.
She certainly has. Rebecca Simmons
sure.
in right now from Maine Maritime. And I thought maybe a 4th goal when she got that ball just right around the 18-yard line. Right at the edge of the area. She didn't have enough space to let that shot fly. Her first goal came from about 22 yards, and it was a beauty. Right off the underside of the crossbar and just down, dropping behind the goal line.
Yeah, strong legs. She really elevates the ball quickly. That core strength that she has.
There you go.
That's played out by Sir Royce after a great tackle by Sierra Hoops.
Again, we welcome the Maine Mariners, fans in here tonight.
Kept it on that touch line, and right out of the halftime break, it's the Mariners forcing the issue a little more here.
Mariners are reestablishing their football program as well, Rob. They're going to play an underclassmen schedule this year and be back into it full-time next year. That's great to see.
It'll be great for those athletes up in Castine.
Yeah, we used to send a lot of kids from the Central Maine area. The football programs down there to play. Several Gardner Tigers that I coached played at Maine Maritime over the years.
That's bounced off Aiken out into the behind the goal line. A goal kick now for Central Maine.
Come on. Jakaya high. Everyone else underneath. McKenna, tuck in a little bit.
Well, the polar opposite of a game these two teams played in Castine last year. It was a 1-0 Maine Maritime win.
There you go. Where are we?
And that was about the same time, wasn't it, Rob?
It was.
Early in preseason?
A year and a day ago.
Yeah.
Baumgarten working through. Oh, what a save. Ava Simpson pressed into action and got the left hand on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was going to be wide or not, but still, no chances taken.
Close enough. That's popped high across the face of goal. The Mariners really forcing things offensively now.
Where are we going, Joe?
Played back again. Here's Sierra Hoops. Cut out by the Mustangs. Tracy lost a step. Saw Josephine Tootin right there in her way.
Tuck in. That's easy. Breathe, Pie. Breathe.
Olivia Pye with a lot of time and space.
Good.
Stoddard. Look out. Got Hink there and makes the smart play back to Tessing. Lets the keeper relieve the pressure. Actually, it was Lexi Finn, I think, who was there, not Hink.
Good. What can we find?
It was indeed Finn, 15. Here come the Mariners again. Piper Baumgarten. Played that square ball. Here's Turcotte again. The anchor of this Mustangs defensive four. That was a great tackle by Magana, Kira Magana. The left-footed shot. Oh, it didn't miss by much on the far post. She quickly switched to that left foot. You can see she can do it with both. Taylor Webster's going to come back in now, number 19 from Maine Maritime. And Magana will get her first rest of the game. Wouldn't think she's going to be out long, but we'll see in a preseason friendly. Baumgarten. She's been effective here early in the second half. Mariners on the attack again. It's in the area. Close to a handball as that bounced up on Turcotte. The play continues.
Keep it here. Tuck in. Joe, tuck in with a pie.
Webster had it for a moment, has it again.
Yep, thank you. Hey.
Back to Simmons.
Every 5 minutes we go for a jog to stay fresh. Get going.
Baumgarten again, couldn't hold that one. It's out into touch for a Central Maine throw.
Quite a few Mariners fans watching here. Want to wish them the very best of luck this season. Glad you could join us for this preseason friendly game.
It's going to be a fun Mariners team to watch if this game's been any indication.
I'm sure they stream all their games down there. In fact, I know they do.
They do.
All
Watched a couple before as I seen them play sometimes down here against Bates. I haven't seen them play against Central Maine. This is my first time on this turf field. And I scouted them a couple years back for a Bates broadcast. A lot of local kids, a lot of Mainers.
Fantastic school down there. As I said, sent a lot of Gardner kids down there over the years. And
hard to imagine a more beautiful place to spend 4 years.
And those kids came out with some really wonderful job skills and many of them very successful careers in the maritime industry.
Wide to Tracy. She's in the area. The shots over the crossbar. There's a sign of intent for the Mustangs. Caitlin Shilby's coming in now, number 1. She'll take over in goal. And Sophia Hernandez, who started the game, she's back in the contest as well, number 24 for the Mariners.
Well, Mariners deep in goalkeepers with 3.
Lorelei Mason started things. Isabel Tessing played the next 20 or 25 minutes. He's trying to go about 30 minutes apiece. Hard to do that evenly, so with 33 minutes to go, Caitlin Shilby, who started 2 games last year, made 3 appearances.
Yeah, sun's a factor down to our right,
It is.
for sure.
Yeah, she gets to walk right in, and it wasn't a factor to start the game, but as it's starting to set here and gets low in the sky, we always see it down to that goal to our right. It's a problem.
Good, Jakaya. Work with each other. Go into it. Drive. Drive, Taylor.
Here come the Mariners. Lay it ahead. Can Hernandez get there? Not quite. Ava Simpson alert off the line to come out and claim for Central Maine.
Yeah, Simpson on the do-or-die play, read it perfectly, no hesitation. As they say, she who hesitates is lost.
Would have been in that situation, too. Hink played that out into touch. Tootin defers to Pye on the throw. You'll see Olivia Pye right in your living room. Hernandez back to White. White met Hink and was forced back. Natalie Tracy. Oh, what a great tussle there. Shoulder to shoulder with Olivia Pye.
Good officiating. Let him play.
Yeah, let him play.
Well, no advantage gained, Rob, so it's a correct call.
Nope, they were just both going for the ball, shoulder to shoulder, battling for it. Great physical tussle. And the referee right there took a nice look at it and let him play. Not a peep of protest from either one of the coaches. They knew.
Keep going, Sophia. Taylor, get leading.
So Royce. Almost stolen away by Hernandez. Foul call, they'll play advantage. That gets through to Bluen, who's already got 1 goal. And a pinballed a bit off Hazel Stoddard. And there's Stoddard to play it out and take care of the danger for now. Alexia Shalou coming in for the first time, number 24, a freshman who played at Levitt High School, just down Route 4.
Want to thank Coach Rob Rodriguez. Boy, he put together a pregame package. Going to do that every game, and he also gave us a pronunciation guide. Everything just first class down here at CM. Just love it, and makes our job so much easier to make sure that we give all the kids the recognition that they deserve, and the program's really in good hands down here, Rob.
There is Shalou with her first touch. He has it again. Shalou, 11 Hornets. Got to enter the area. Now it's Bluen again. Showed a bit too much of the ball. It's cleared away. Maddie Drew. Tracy on the left foot. Too many Mariners in the way. Pye with the block. Royce. That's played out. Maybe going to get to that touch line. Yes, it will. It's a throw for Central Maine. Bethany Ives waiting to get back in. We'll have to wait a little longer.
Fall athletes in the house down here. They've been going through their preseason. We get game action tomorrow night again. Another friendly as Thomas College comes down. That's an annual affair.
2 nights in a row. We've got the women on Thursday and the men on Friday.
Friday we'll have to check your local listings if it's raining and
if the deluge happens as predicted, we may not be able to stream that game. As you mentioned before, Rob Munz, we've been lucky as far as the weather's concerned here.
We haven't lost a game here.
Not one. Tracy. Shielded off the ball by Olivia Pye. Played back to Shilby, the keeper. Boy, they were forcing things as Lexi Finn was in there quickly, and really, you don't want to see a keeper play that across the face of goal like that, but there was no other choice for Shilby. She has to get rid of it. Jakaya Aiken. She was up there by herself, though, and lost possession. That was Emily Dillman with a takeaway that time for Central Maine.
Good, Piper. Easy, Piper. 5 feet.
Baumgarten. Webster. Back to Baumgarten again. Taylor Baumgarten, they give her space. Hernandez. Lost possession. They'll play it down the field and maybe a chance here, but again diffused well by Stoddard. Oh, she has been so reliable back there.
Here we go, Jakaya!
Mariners on the attack again. Played across toward Hernandez. She won't get it. Webster was beaten to it by Lakin Hink. Hink for Central Maine. Chance here for the Mustangs to counter. They have numbers back, the Mariners do. Shalou Battling for it. Taken away, Sierra Hoops. Shalou was just sandwiched in between a couple of defending Mariners. Foul called against Sierra Hoops, I believe. This goes against Maine Maritime, a free kick for Central Maine. In the 63rd minute. All the goals in the first half, all 7 of them.
Well, you said this might happen this way, Rob.
You see it a lot. A wide open half followed by a tight affair or vice versa. Headed high into the area, almost a miscue. It might still be one. A shot and a goal. Lakin Hinks got her second goal. And the Mustangs restore a 2-goal lead. Looked kind of innocuous off the free kick. It just bounced into the area. Headed high and landed right with Lakin Hink. And the junior, former Southern Maine Husky, scores her second in the 63rd minute. So 2 for Tracy, 2 for Hink, and Kate Lewins got the 5th. And yeah, it didn't seem like much, just kind of a wayward header right there. And Lakin Hink just happened to be where the ball landed.
Right place, right time.
Had to finish, though, and she will. There it is. Great shot up over the outstretched arms of Caitlin Shilby, the keeper. But this Mariners team has had a tendency to come right back. When Tracy scored to make it 3-0, Naganya scored right away. Lexi Finn played downfield. Hoops had it for a moment. She'll play it back. Rebecca Simmons just in front of the on-rushing Lexi Finn for Central Maine. That's a throw for Maine Maritime.
Yeah, you may see our camera flash as Andrew's trying to get the right settings for this dusk that's setting in here.
Lights will likely go on pretty soon.
Yeah, that'll solve a lot of our problems as soon as the lights go on. That tweener time is tricky.
Emily Dillman plays that out into touch, into the spare goals over there. Baumgarten defers on the throw. It'll be Emma White who'll take it for Maine Maritime. White's into the area. Decent ball and out to play it. Ava Simpson.
Have y'all gone up there?
They had Taylor Webster right there. Was marked pretty well, but Simpson wasn't taking any chances. Tracy brings it down. Stepped on the ball, though. Bailed out for a moment by Madison Drew. Now it's Hernandez. Ives. Play that a little behind Taylor Webster, who's got it now for Maine Maritime. Back toward Bethany Ives. She was outrushed. Olivia Pye will take the long range shot and cranks it off the elbow. Right where the bar meets the upright. Awfully close for Olivia Pye. Nothing Simpson could do about that. It was out of her reach. But it stays 5-3. Simmons played outside. Baumgarten. Webster. Emma White. White advances. Had too many defenders in a way to have a shot. And here are the Mariners once again forcing things offensively.
Well, they sense they need that next goal, and they know that they're capable of it because they've come back already.
Lakin Hink carries it herself. She's got Tootin in pursuit. Hink, long shots, out to play at Shilby. Sarah Labby will check in a moment for Central Maine. Been waiting a bit, but there hasn't been a stoppage. Bouncing ball was tough for Tootin to play with Natalie Tracy right there in her face, but she succeeded in doing it. White has Ives. Ives on the run, catching up to it. Watch out for Soroy sparing down. Sophia Hernandez. Nice little touch by Valentine to make sure Hernandez didn't go by in that left flank. Labby's been joined by Aspen Stevens, the Granite Stater. She'll be coming in, the pair will. The next opportunity for the Mustangs. Hernandez. Defended well by the Mustangs. They'll go back to Hernandez again. Emily Dillman was there with her. Hank. Hank will play that high, trying to get Tracy to use her speed. Bounced a bit high on her, and Olivia Pye, who just rattled the crossbar. And a fine defensive play. Tootin back to Stoddard. White. Baumgarten. Trying that right side this time for Taylor Webster. Webster with great strength and her nose for the goal, but couldn't get by Emily Dillman. Webster will try again. Baumgarten once again as she and Webster play pass. Rolled into the area, nobody there in blue, belted away by Valentine. A long time between whistles. Here's a race for it. Lexi Finn and Hazel Stoddard. And now everyone will go in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subs coming in from Maine Maritime. Isabel Tessing will play the field this time. She was in goal a little earlier. Liliana Ash is coming back in. Abigail Wong, who started the game. Kara Magani, who's got 3 goals. She'll enter. I might have missed one someplace.
We're set for an 8 o'clock kickoff for the men's game. I would think that's going to be doable. A little after 7 o'clock right now. They may even start a little bit early, but we'll monitor that. And it'll be in a separate game, but those of you watching on Facebook, it will pop up on Facebook as all our games do, right out on the Central Maine Athletics Facebook page. That's your home for Munzing Media's streaming of close to 100 contests this year.
Annabella Scalaro was back in as well. She was the Maine Maritime player I missed, checking in with that personnel change. 5 subs off of Keenan Schaefer's bench. Good poise to clear that away, as there was some danger there. Especially Aspen Stevens, who was in position to make a steal. Here's Emma White's great step. Tackle by Valentine. Wong just back in. Into the area. It's a race now. And reaching behind and knock it down, Simpson. And Maritime may have had a claim that Magana was impeded there on the way in.
Yeah, Simpson came on, the ball got behind her. She swept that arm back and got it back out in front.
Great quickness to get that arm out to stop the ball. Magana back in. The defense better be ready. And they were that time. Valentine again. Bounces off Liliana Ash. Now it's Scalaro. Ash again. Emma White. A 1-2 with Magana back to White. White. Switch to the right foot. Wong. Trying to play that to Magana, and again, the Mustangs defenders ready. Scalaro. Wong. Scalaro might have a shot here. But the defense closed down. Magana will have a shot, you'd think. There it is. But she got a little too much air under that, and it's over the crossbar.
Yeah, a little late defense there. Didn't let her get all the way through that shot, Rob.
They were a little late, as you mentioned, but they got there.
Yeah, that one defended late, but defended well. And off to the right, it scaled. Not able to get all the way through that.
I think the Mustangs defenders know you can't give Kira Magana a sniff of the ball.
Well, Magana's been
anywhere near the 18.
Sniping all night.
Or even beyond that. First goal was a free kick goal from 22 yards. There's Magana again. Has it another time. A reset. Abigail Wong. Scalaro. Bethany Ives keeps it working outside. Taylor Webster. Maine Maritimes had the better of the possession here in the second half, no doubt about that. Spent a lot more time looking down to my left and my right here in the second half, but the only goal was Lakin Hinks.
I'm going to attempt to sync up our clock, so that's why the clock isn't ticking.
Bethany Ives.
Check in.
Trapped by Stevens. Given right back to Scalaro.
Good ball.
Hernandez. Magana again. They worked very well together in the first half. Magana switches to the left foot. Hernandez. And Maine Maritime will get the corner, conceded by the Mustangs, their third corner of the game.
You and Taylor again.
Long's been taking these corners.
Lisa. Header.
She's going back there again. This time she's joined by Taylor Webster.
Sophia.
Webster will have the option to play it back to Long or try to drive it into the area. Well, she's got 6 Mariner teammates.
When the ball starts, tell her
Webster right-footed. She launches this. It'll be an outswinger. Here it is. Just over the head. Almost bounced to Magana. Scalaro was there for a moment but couldn't reach it with the head. Flags up. This won't matter. Saroyce is in on goal, but if she scores, it won't count. She didn't. The flag is up. Trapped by the defender. I saw it happen. It was right in front of us, Rob Munson.
Yeah.
Where the ball was played, the defender took a look, saw Saroyce, and made a beeline for that half midfield stripe. And did trap Saroyce offside. The call wouldn't have come so late in a professional game as they have buzzers in those flags and kind of alert the referee out in the field. But he was watching the play. He can always take a look back if a goal is scored to see if it was offside or not. So didn't want to miss anything in the build-up if a foul had been called.
Let it go and call it back.
Magana, the edge of the area again. They've got her well marked. Webster. And that's grabbed by Simpson. Maine Maritime pushing the issue. They need a couple of goals here to salvage something from this friendly here in Auburn tonight. 7 goals in the first half, a 4-3 lead at halftime for Central Maine, and Lake and Hink's goal in the 63rd minute, the only one here in the second half. White. Long stepped over it. Magana. Tessing, plays it out wide. Bethany Ives on the throw. Passed. That's over Pye's head, but she'll recover. Played out wide to Liliana Ash, who had to escape Maya Saroyce for Central Maine. Tessing plays it back upfield for Maine Maritime.
Get in for blue.
Magana. Into the area, Need away. And cleared. Fired right back in by Pye. It's an interesting ball here. Punched away by Simpson. She's down on the ground. The ball's still loose. Chance here, perhaps. There's a shot blocked off the line. Valentine, number 19, was there, and I think she got the touch.
Yeah, she did. Nice play by Valentine to come back. Knew the keeper was in trouble.
75th minute. About to enter 76. The Mariners really forcing play. Wong. They're bringing everybody up. Only the keeper, she'll be back in her half of the field.
Abby, when she goes forward, I need you to drop off, or Taylor. One of you has to jump in. Ash, good communication, good effort. Here we go.
Hernandez on the throw for Maine Maritime. Magana again. That's a spinner into the area. That has no problem for Simpson.
You're going to be on the left. Hazel's going to be up top.
Maya Saroyce.
Doesn't have to go forward.
Ash.
Good, Emma. Find it. Excellent.
Emma White played back.
Good work, Blue.
Worked out wide. It's Lillian Ash again. Knocked down in the middle. That time Lexi Finn.
Again. Keep working, Blue. Come on.
Scratch that. That was Madison Drew, 16, not 15. Saroyce. Well, nowhere to go with that, no one to pass to. Scalaro played that back, turned around, just put the brakes on. Wong. Webster carrying now for Maine Maritime. Scalaro again. Arrives simultaneously with Blexy Finn. Ash. Minnesota main coach Rob Rodriguez is fine if this is the way the next 13 minutes goes, with the ball mostly in the midfield with that 2-goal lead. Stepping up to play that is Chloe Dean, number 6 out there, the Farmington native. Now it's Hink. Knocked down well by Tessing. Stevens. And it's stolen away by Scalaro from Maine Maritime. Now into touch, and we'll have wholesale subs. No, not yet.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Thought so, too. Madison Eastman's back in.
Men's teams are warming up, stretching out. They're getting ready to go for an 8 o'clock kickoff. Should time up perfectly.
Might be jacket weather for the second game. 75 at the start of this contest. It has absolutely dropped now.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson. 70 years old, I finally learned, bring a sweatshirt and a pair of sweatpants to change. But
I think the jacket will suffice tonight, I think.
Perfect night.
Sophia Hernandez.
Looks good for tomorrow night's game. As we said, Friday, iffy.
Yeah, tomorrow night will definitely go off without a hitch. A throw now for Central Maine.
So back-to-back games for the ladies. Men will get a day off tomorrow, and then they'll play Thomas Friday.
The schedule's quite congested for both teams at time this year.
Yeah.
They're playing a few more games than they played in the past, I think.
Well, add UMA, so there's
one.
There's home and away against UMA. In fact, we'll have the Mustangs up at UMA early in the season. I think it's September 6th, maybe.
Scalaro played that back.
All you have to know if you're a Mustangs fan, if it's on the master schedule, we'll be doing it.
As long as it's not pouring rain outside.
Exactly. Let there be light.
White's pinballed a bit off Valentine. It's a throw for Central Maine.
They actually control those lights right inside Dave Gagne's office. Dave stands up, says, "Let there be light," flips a switch.
He's kind of the athletic god here at Central Maine, isn't he?
Certainly is. We love working with him.
Play that ahead. Here's Hernandez with a little bit of space. Dean trying to close her off. Hernandez. Outworks Dean. There's a shot. Oh, just over the bar. Hazel Stoddard back in. Sierra Hoops re-entering from Maine Maritime.
Well, a little bit more like the soccer you think you're going to get during the regular season, Rob, here in the second half, as goals exploded here in the first half. 7 goals in the first half, only the 1 here in the second half so far. It's a Mustang goal.
Mustang goal, but it's been the Mariners who've really controlled play in the second half.
They have controlled play. Mustangs back on their heels a little bit.
They haven't really given up a lot of outstanding chances defensively either. It's been a bend but don't break defensive style that's been successful.
Yeah, Valentine with the nice play in behind the keeper there to save a scoring opportunity a couple of minutes ago.
Probably the best one that the Mariners have had here in the second half. Notwithstanding that Olivia Pye shot off the crossbar. Let's not forget that one, too. That was from distance. It was kind of a bolt out of the blue. Almost a very successful one.
Yeah. Well, as you said, indefensible there. Just not going to get to that ball. That's either going to hit the post or go in.
Away from behind, sir.
Stoddard's down after being tackled. See who that was on the tackle. Lakin Hink's already in the yellow card. It wasn't her. Valentine, I think.
Yeah, it's been a clean game.
Yeah, just the one yellow. Could have been a case for one here. Yep. But nothing vicious or outrageous. And a good chance for a good spot for a free kick now for Maine Maritime. So they'll play that back to Wong.
Can we get a frame?
Edge of the area, Scalaro trying to work her way through. was slowed down. Scalaro still. Hoops. Deflected high. Valentine got a touch on that as we're in the minute 82. Another corner for Maine Maritime. It's number 5.
Lights are on here at the Athletic Turf Complex, the beautiful campus of Central Maine Community College on the shores of Lake Auburn.
Good ball by Wong into the area, headed, and it's a goal. Now watch that again and see which player got the last touch.
Here it is, Rob.
That was Hazel Stoddard, perhaps, number 8. And again, the referee kind of shielding us there as he was, as we were watching it. So Pepper Baumgarten back in. Stoddard's come out injured. Magana was there too. It very well could have been her. That's the one thing, though, as we're down at field level, some of those set pieces, especially at twilight, if they're in a crowd, it can be tough to see sometimes. He does get that last touch, but it's 5-4 and still 8 minutes to go.
And, of course, no real stats being done for this.
Not tonight,
this game being a friendly. We're doing the clock. Joe Nelson's on the clock, but nobody's keeping stats here tonight like we would during a regular season game. Normally we can just lean over and say who got that.
Oh, look at the live stats, too. I have the computer open, and usually that's what I'll do is wait for the official word if I'm not sure. I'm not here.
Good run, Lou.
Hoops.
Who's got her support?
5-4 the score now. And Maritime wants the equalizer. They came back from 3 goals down once already. Trying to come back from 2 goals down here in the second half. They have 7 minutes and change to do it.
Yeah, and if we get a tie match, we're not playing overtime tonight. Of course, they don't play overtime anymore. We found that out last year in a tie game. We said we'll be back for overtime, and they were shaking hands.
Well, I did ask before the game.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see in a friendly, if it is a tie, they'll play penalty kicks just to practice them.
Yeah,
but they're not doing that tonight.
Well, they got the other game scheduled
I think that's a big part
as
of the
well.
reason
So
why, yes.
you want to get both teams in, both games
It's
in.
a good bus ride back. And a lot of it's not highway from Maine Maritime.
It's hard to get here from there, and there from here.
East-west in the state of Maine, really anywhere in northern New England, is not the easiest drive.
Years ago, Coach Matola used to have a football camp down at Maine Maritime back when they had grass. And I used to go down and coach at Camp Touchdown, it was called, years and years ago. Some of you Mariner folks might remember that. Coach Matola, great man. I think he's in the Hall of Fame down there, longtime coach and athletic director, Bill Matola.
Again, wow, what a great move that was. There's a one-time shot. Abigail Wong set up by Magana. Didn't want to cut you off there, Rob Munzing, but geez, Magana, when she gets the ball, turns that into offense and a dangerous chance so quickly. '84th minute. Webster. Scalaro.
Well, you feel free to do that, Rob, because my stories start with no definitive ending sometimes.
How long are we working together? I know this.
Never know where we're going.
Aspen Stevens on the run. Won't get to this. The throw-in is from Maine Maritime. Scalaro. Play that up high. Here's Baumgarten. Chloe Dean over to make the defensive play. It's a throw-in from Maine Maritime.
Let them take it.
Sierra Hoops will take the throw.
We're about 2 seconds fast on our clock.
There's the 1-2 played back toward Baumgarten. Flags up on the far side for offside. The late subs for Rob Rodriguez about to come in. Nikki Salvadori will be re-entering. Kate Bluin's there too. As we're entering minute number 86, 85 played of the 90. 9 goals tonight, 7 in the first half. Each team with a marker here in the seconds. You know that Maine Maritime's going to put everything forward in the last 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Try to get that equalizer. Hernandez trying to work on Madison Eastman. Got by her. Hernandez. That's a corner. Hernandez and Wong over there this time. Here's Wong. Webster. Worked well into the area, well defended as well. I'll call the handball on that. It didn't seem like the Maine Maritime player knew much about it. The Mustangs will take that and get a chance to clear it. Kill some more time. In the 87th minute.
She has the skills to slice the dice. Keep going. All right, she went and was satisfied with
Central Maine happy to run some time off the clock as much as they're allowed to.
Keep driving.
Sophia Hernandez. Magana with a hat trick already. Magana defended Shalou over there, who did a good job twice. Emma White back in for Maine Maritime. She'll join Bluen and Salvadori. Clock stopped at 3:13. This late in the game, when subs come in, they will stop the clock. Used to be a strategy a lot of coaches employed, especially in the high school ranks, when that didn't happen. Subbing liberally in the last 10 minutes or so to milk the clock if they had a lead. And it's a goal kick now. That'll get us under 3 minutes into minute 88. Neva Simpson in no particular hurry to get that ball set up.
Stay connected.
Played out wide.
Stay connected. Watch big, Ash. Go on.
Mustangs have to get rid of this. They do. Lewin. That bounces off Scalaro. It's a throw in now for Central Maine. Madison Valentine moseying over to take the throw.
Four short. Get ready to step, Abby. Get ready to step in. Good. Second.
Long knocks that ahead. They'd love to free up Magana. Magana still battling forward here. Got body position on Shalou. That shot high off the bar. Close to the equalizer. The header ties things up. Emma White followed the flight of the ball, and it's 5-5. Well, they came close a couple of times off that crossbar, and this time White right there to tie things up in the 88th minute.
Here it is, Rob, right off.
You can't say it was undeserved. Here's the shot off the crossbar, and watch White, number 14, with the head, just a little nudge. And it's 5-5. Gotta admire the fight back, not once but twice, for this Maine Maritime team, and who's to say that that's our last goal in the contest. We've had 10, will there be an 11th? Though to enter the last 100 seconds. Magana wide. There's Webster again. Here come the Mariners one more time. Webster trying to dance through. Laid back. There's Bluen. Central Maine just holding on here.
Can we switch it?
Hernandez. Great battle there in Timberima. Wong had it for a moment. Her shot blocked in front. That was Chloe Dean who took the brunt of that shot. She's injured. They'll stop the clock with 70 ticks left.
Hey, we keep receiving the ball from one side.
Brave defending by Chloe Dean, the sophomore from Farmington. Played her high school soccer at Mount Blue. Also an outstanding skier all region in Alpine.
I'm going to get the...
And she'll come out. Audrey Dillman's going to come in and take her spot.
Yeah, we're going to get the mats going out, so I'll get some trainer help out there.
That was a Hard shot at point-blank range. You see Chloe Dean still down, just trying to shake that off. Looked to me like he got her in the stomach, so I wouldn't be shocked if he had the wind knocked out of her, which is just an awful feeling. So the men's game coming up. Start around 8 o'clock or so.
You can see some of the men will give you a shot of down the far side. Men getting ready to go here tonight. That'll be an 8 o'clock start, as Rob told you.
I think we're about set to start on time.
Yeah,
They've been warming up already, so I would expect that likely they'll get a quick warm-up on the field, and we'll get set to go right around 8.
And as we said, the Mariners' long trip home, you want to get them home as
certainly
early and safe as possible. Seeing down towards the softball end of the complex.
Chloe Dean is back up, and yeah, she got hit right in the stomach.
Yeah.
And again, that was high velocity at low range. Extremely brave defending. Chloe Dean sacrificing the body to keep this game tied.
As we used to say back in the day, take one for the team.
Yes.
And that's exactly what she did.
She certainly did. So 70 seconds left in an enthralling contest here in Auburn.
Been fun. Boy, oh boy, if this is a harbinger of what we're going to see this season in soccer, this is going to be great.
Natalie Tracy scored twice. Lakin Hink got a goal, and then Kira Magana scored 3 to tie things up for Kate Bluen. Put Central Maine ahead 4-3. And a 5-3 lead, but the comeback capped off by Emma White's goal just a moment ago.
Yeah, I just had a feeling that the Mariners had tilted the field, Rob, and had the better of the chances here in the second half.
Just kept pushing, and you knew they weren't going to quit. We saw that in the first half, down 3 goals. They could have rolled over at that point. Didn't. Fought back, and really, I think a tie would be a very fair result in this contest, honestly.
Right, yes. I don't think either team would be upset with this. Get to play a lot of good ball, and
but that went
got
out,
a lot of kids in. Yeah, walk down the line.
I think everybody played. Sierra Hoops, Bluen, and Tim Barima. Now play it ahead, some room for Wong. Magana played through Emma White. The flag is up. Oh boy, that was close. Emma White had tied the game up and looked like she might have a chance to win it here at the death.
She's going to be in dead to rights.
I think Central Maine would rather not kick this, take as much time as they can, and take the draw. 7 seconds to go. Strategy here is blast it as far downfield as you can, and that's precisely what they do, and that's it. 10 goals shared between the two teams. Very fun contest to open things up in our fall broadcast season on Munzing Media.
Well, it was a great way to start, Rob. We've got the Edge Nutrition Player of the Game. Rob was recapping the goals there quickly. Natalie Tracy had a couple, and she will be our Edge Nutrition Player of the Game. Congratulations to her on a good start to her season here, and looking for more from Natalie as the season goes on. Got the 2 goals. She'll be feeling some confidence, and I think both teams take some confidence out of this game here today, Rob. A lot of kids played. Effort was there. Cleanly played game, and for the most part, everybody comes out in good health, and that's always a key in a friendly game, an exhibition game.
I think you're right, Maine Maritime. Showing some spirit and fighting back. They tighten up that defense after a shaky start. They'll be happy about that. Central Maine, well, we said Rob Rodriguez wanted goals. He got 5 here tonight. He'll be happy about that.
Yeah, so that'll be a great thing, a takeaway here, and both teams will have this tape to take a look at and break down and go through and find some things that they want to work on, improve on. You're seeing the kids flash right by our camera. Andrew's right there, getting the good scene. Sometimes it's good to be right down on the field here. This is a good scene right here of the kids going through that line. So Rob, wrap it up, and we'll get ready for the men's game coming up.
5-5 the final score. I want to thank Andrew Siverson on our camera. Joe Nelson joining us tonight. Rob Munzing, my broadcast partner. My name is Rob Kennedy saying so long. 5-5. 10 goals shared between Maine Maritime and Central Maine Community College here in Auburn on Munzing Media.